So, man arrested in connection to killing Tupac after 27 years. 1996 is when this happened. Dwayne Keefe D, or Keefe D, I don't know how I say Keefe? I don't know, probably Keefe, a self-described gangster who was in the car where the shots came from on the night of Tupac's murder, was arrested early Friday morning in Nevada. A case is being presented to a grand jury in Las Vegas, according to a source close to the investigation. The exact charge or charges against Davis were not immediately clear. Davis is the uncle of Orlando Anderson, one of Tupac's known rivals who authorities have long suspected in the rapper's death. Anderson denied involvement in Tupac's killing at the time and died 2 years later in an unrelated gang shooting in Compton, California. You guys can't really see that, huh? Where were we? Davis has admitted in interviews and in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he was in the car with the shooter, but he was never named the person who pulled the trigger. He claimed that he was offered $1.5 million by Death Row founder Suge Knight to kill Tupac and his manager, but he refused. He also said he knows who killed Tupac's rival, the Notorious B.I.G., 6 months later in Los Angeles. Tupac's killing has been one of the most infamous unsolved cases in hip-hop history, sparking numerous conspiracy theories and speculation about who was behind it. His fans and family have been waiting for 27 freaking years. So finally we have an arrest for someone in life rule number 2, don't sit next to Suge. Yes, indeed. Indeedly doodly. That is a fact, Jack. So earlier in the year, there was an actual raid on this dude's place. And this is a video from there. This is the actual raid going down a couple months ago. Now, they were just serving a search warrant for Keefe D. Keefe D. So, that's just them going up, serving a warrant. Someone got you know what I saw on X was Biggie's name. Why was Biggie? Because maybe they found something out about Biggie, too. Interesting facts. You didn't. Okay. No. What is this? The clip of Cam asking Mace why he introduced him to Biggie and not Bad Boy Puffy is the closest I've ever seen either of them shedding a tear. Okay, so this has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. So let's go back over here and check out what's going on. Yeah, baby, you know it. So we learned Clemens did not own the Compton home where Tupac's murder weapon was found back in 1998. Also, KNTV got video of SWAT officers swooping in on Monday's raid. So this was back in July. The home cops raided in Vegas this week is in connection with the unsolved Tupac murder, belongs to the wife of a guy who says he was in the car with a man who shot and killed the late rapper. That's a lot. BS news station. The cops are bored. Attention grabbers. I thought Jada Pinkett posting a video of her dancing with Tupac on her birthday a few days back was a big Dude, that was so funny. She is such a toxic bitch. And the funny part is that Will Smith posted this like really nice post of different pictures throughout the eras of their relationship. And Jada posts her dancing with Tupac. She's so fucking... She's so toxic. I love it. Yeah, maybe the cops are looking for love. They're looking for love in all the wrong places. TMZ has confirmed the address where Vegas Metro executed the search warrant Monday night is owned by the woman named Paula Clemens, who married, we've learned, to Keefe D. Folks familiar with the Tupac lore know exactly who Keefe D is. He's a former Crip, and for years now he's been doing interviews claiming to be the uncle of the late Orlando Anderson, who's been suspected, at least on the streets, to have been the shooter. Orlando and his crew, including Keith, were in Vegas that night, and Orlando was actually jumped by Tupac, Suge Knight, and other Death Row affiliates at the MGM Grand. It's an altercation that was caught on surveillance video, and many thought Orlando might have orchestrated a revenge shooting after the Mike Tyson fight that night. Orlando himself had denied any involvement before he was killed in a shootout himself. And yeah, you never admit to murder. Well, we still haven't found the whereabouts of that invisible baby on the freeway. The invisible baby. And the mystery of the invisible baby and the fat white trucker. No, we've never figured that one out. But we did figure it out because she came out saying she was lying. As for Paula, she also owned a home in Compton in the 90s. What's interesting, in 1998, the LA County Sheriff's Department recovered a gun in the backyard of the Compton home, a home the Sheriff's Department said belonged to the girlfriend of known Crip who was in Vegas the night of the murder. As we reported, cops raided Paula's Henderson, Nevada home Monday. The reason the raid is significant is because to obtain that warrant, police had to show a judge there was probable cause to believe there was evidence in the home connected to Tupac's murder. Cops are not saying what they recovered from Paula's home. So obviously, whatever they found was enough evidence to put fuckface into infant cloaking tech should be bigger news. I agree. The Harry Potter cloak for babies should be bigger news than what it was. But so here is another take on it. With a little bit more details. One of the last living witnesses, the drive-by shooting of Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas, was charged with murder with use of a deadly weapon Friday in the 1996 killing. A long-awaited breakthrough in the case that has frustrated investigators and fascinated the public ever since the hip-hop icon was gunned down 27 years ago. The Nevada grand jury indicted Dwayne Keith D. Davis in the killing, prosecutors announced in court Friday that charges were revealed hours after Davis, 60, was arrested, according to two officials with firsthand knowledge of the arrest who requested anonymity. I said it right, to discuss the case. Davis has long been known to investigators and has himself, he admitted that shit. Las Vegas police raided a home in mid-July in the Las Vegas suburb of Henderson that is tied to Davis. Police were looking for items concerning the murder of Tupac Shakur. According to the search warrant, they collected multiple computers, a cell phone and hard drive, a Vibe magazine that featured Shakur, several .40 caliber bullets, 2 tubs containing photographs, and a copy of Davis's memoir. We're going to need this memoir too. Mighty, you're still looking. Mighty, still looking. It wasn't immediately clear if Davis has an attorney who can comment on his behalf. Davis hasn't responded to multiple phone or text messages from the Associated Press seeking comment. Shakur, okay, so we know that. So they collected multiple computers and a cell phone, hard drive, Vibe magazine that featured Shakur, .40 caliber bullets, 2 tubs containing photographs, and the memoir, which I just find it funny. They're like, we better take this memoir as well. We gotta get them. Like, they can't get their own fucking reading or their own books. Okay, so I wanted to check out this interview where he's talking about it. So Keith D actually does an interview.
Well, in the book, you said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
No, shit. Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started shooting at Tupac and Suge.
Lane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you.
Yeah.
He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looked at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
In
of
the
the
back
line.
seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside of their
Jumping
car?
in. I seen a bullet going Suge's head. I thought he was dead.
Nah, Suge ain't dead.
Shot across Dre.
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side. I would have popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right.
I'm not gonna go into details on that one. Keep the streets on. I ain't gonna go into detail on that.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and
I don't know what you do on that.
So
Keep it
Let them
street.
buy the book then.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to read this passage. The shit was on. Tupac made an erratic move and began to reach down beneath his seat. It was the first and only time in my life that I could relate to the police command. Keep your hands where I could see them. Instead, Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of my guys from the back seat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge in the head, and I thought that motherfucker was dead. I had heard some stories, supposedly that Suge used Tupac as a shield when the bullets started flying, but that's some bullshit. Suge was already wounded, and he was the one that got touched. As the rounds continued flying, I ducked down so I wouldn't get hit.
Basically, yeah.
White Cadillac, arm came out the back seat and started letting off.
What went through your head when you saw that?
They shoot my nigga.
So, the bullets started flying. Tupac and Suge's car get all shot up. Was there, and I'd heard different versions of the story, but the one version I heard was that that their entourage started shooting back.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Well, hell yeah, if you're going to get shot up, why wouldn't you? If you're getting shot at, you better shoot back.
Does anyone from the death row side return fire?
Yes.
Okay. Can you say who that was?
Yeah, he's no longer with us. His name was Buntry.
So this was the head of security for death row at the time of the shooting. No. I mean, but I feel like this is a little bit different than a drive-by because they like pulled up next to him, right? I mean, usually a drive-by is like they're just like clack, 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 and they're shooting as they drive by the target. But this seems more like a straight up just slaying.
The Suge's right-hand guy, our good friend, Alton McDonald, he chased the car down. He also received one gunshot to his vehicle. His car was shot. He had a black Toyota Supra, and him and another guy returned shots at that car.
Yeah, they saying they left their guns at home, though. They started shooting back. Then some chicks was in the sea breeze, started following a white sea breeze, ragtop sea breeze.
Why were the girls following you guys?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's crazy.
But I guess they're with.
That's some gangster ass bitches right there, son. They're like, fuck you. You're not gonna be shooting off on Tupac and get away.
Still got shot out.
Front windshield, yeah. Yeah.
And they stopped following you at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
I've talked to a couple people that were there about the situation, and from what they told me was that, you guys came up, the car that you were in came up behind Tupac's car. You guys didn't, the cars were not facing each other.
No, they weren't facing each other.
They were not facing each other.
Gutter lane,
You guys got up parallel to them, behind them. And, when you look
side
at
by side.
side by side. So how would you even see Tupac reach for anything if you're driving behind him?
We weren't driving behind.
You're
We were side by side.
Side by
in the light.
side.
Oh, okay. You guys were already side by side.
You just said that.
Yeah,
So you guys ended up going back to the hotel together afterwards.
yeah.
Someone actually suggested that y'all pour out a little bit of liquor for Tupac.
No, I wouldn't pour out a little liquor for us. Pour it down our throat.
You're like, we just were drinking.
I'm going to read for the book.
Okay.
We made it back to the hotel. We popped our bottles and partied like it was any other night. Of course, someone suggested that we pour out a little for Tupac, which we did, and smoked our weed like we had planned to in the first place.
This fool forgot his own book. Like he forgot his front tooth.
Yeah, well, I just made the book get cited on. We ain't poured out no liquor for him.
You guys didn't pour out any liquor for Tupac.
Now he's admitting he's lying in the book.
I just, that was a suggestion, but I ain't pouring out no
Goes
liquor
right. Yeah, there you go, Bacon. It was AI. AI wrote his book.
for him. That was a suggestion of one of the homies, yeah.
Okay. So, you guys leave Vegas, what, the next day?
Yeah. Left the next day.
Man, the amount of fucking disregard for humanity and human life to like murder somebody. Suge GPT.
How dare you?
Pound town, pound town, pound town.
How dare you?
Suge GPT. That's fucking awesome. But the complete lack of remorse and lack of humanity of someone who just murdered and then go and celebrate and pour out drinks. I mean, it takes a certain kind of person to murder people, I guess, but that's fucking wild, man. That is so wild to me. I can't imagine just murdering somebody and then just going off and just partying. Like, that was awesome, man. Let's smoke some weed. I could not imagine smoking weed after shooting like one of the biggest rappers in the world. It's like, that would just make me go so internal. Like, I'd be internalizing everything. Like, oh, fuck, dude, I just killed Tupac. Fuck, I might get arrested. I'm going to go to jail. People are going to come for me. Be all paranoid, introspective, fucking worried all the time. Oh, man. I thought this would feel better. This sucks.
That Monday,
Well, you said that you guys went and stashed the gun, I guess, on one of the wheels in the Cadillac, but when you came back, the gun was gone.
yeah.
You guys drove back in that white Cadillac back to L.A.
No, I didn't drive
Back to Compton, no?
No, I didn't drive.
Not with that attitude.
Okay, well, somebody drove. One of the homies drove the Cadillac. Okay, got it. And then you guys went and got the Cadillac repainted, I guess?
Yeah, you got it painted white, turned it back in.
Okay, and it was a rental?
Yeah.
And then you said, you told Baby Lane, don't tell nobody what happened, not even your mama. Don't say a motherfucking thing.
Nobody.
If anyone asked what happened, nothing.
Yeah. Told the whole car that. We came back Sunday.
I guess he
Monday.
doesn't follow his own advice. So we're going to get on Tekashi 6ix9ine. We had a real reason to snitch over Big OG. Over here is giving up all the details away. If I have the same person that gave away the Colonel's secret recipe, dude, right? Like, I was just thinking that this dude's sitting here telling people, don't tell nobody. Don't tell your mama. Don't tell your girl. Don't tell your imaginary friends. Don't say shit. Don't tell Amaranth. Motherfucker. And then 20 years later, they shot him. Yeah, white Cadillac. Mm-hmm. Yep. Everything's true. I wrote it in a book. There's historical evidence that I existed in the murder of Tupac. All right.
We was all sitting on in our neighborhood. Reggie Sr., the captain of the Compton Police, comes up, run the stop sign. I guess he had just finished debriefing his soldiers at the Compton PD. He run our stop sign on my street. Came
Mighty, mighty. Thank you, mighty, mighty. I appreciate that.
Hello, mighty. This is Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I want to give you a huge thank you. A big ol' splits and the as a thank you for all that you do for this channel.
Thank you, Mighty, for that gifted sub to some K Savage. Oh my God, same old honey boy. Thank you, Mighty, for 2 subs. Much appreciated, my dude. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. See, now when we're on Kick, 97% of that money is actually going to go straight to the streamer and not half to fucking the Amazon. He the one dropping 5 social security numbers and debit cards with the security number on the back of them. Yeah, he's like, I got the DNA samples. I got addresses and phone numbers. Let's go, baby. Thank you, Mighty. You dropping those subs like a bald eagle in the sky. That's my bald eagle, I guess. I don't know. Thank you. Call. Yeah, I know. I need the bald eagle sound effect, which is actually a red hawk tail. That is actually a red hawk tail, but we'll call it a bald eagle. God damn it!
Well, jumped out of his car and like, hey, motherfucker, let me tell you something, KPD. You killed my son, motherfucker, it's on. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Fuck you. You know, he's like, I'm just telling you, motherfucker, the belt's coming off. Like, this
The belt's coming off.
Fucking stupid. Then 2 hours later, he get our little trap spot raided, take all our guns, all that shit. So it's basically the city of Compton police is against the South Sides. So, but it was some dudes from the Compton police that I went to school with and played football with at Compton High. A Blue, Bookman, Eric Perry, and they all came over there and said,
all right.
we ain't with that bullshit, man.
They ain't with that bullshit. So yeah, a big arrest for Tupac. Happy to see it. Now this is an article on who Keef is. Over 27 years after the shooting death of Tupac Shakur, Las Vegas police have finally made an arrest in connection to the rapper's long unsolved murder. Davis is, in essence, signed his own arrest warrant in recent years following the release of his memoir, Compton Street Legend, which detailed the Crips members' alleged involvement in Shakur's murder. The infamous Suge Knight, former Death Row Records CEO, who was in Shakur's vehicle, and I are only living witnesses to the deadly confrontation on the Las Vegas Strip between the occupants of our 2 vehicles, Davis bragged in the description of the book's Amazon listing. Yeah, he had a ghostwriter. There was no way. That dude was not speaking very eloquent. I'm not trying to dog the dude. I mean, he is like a gang member who probably murdered people and shit. But, you know, not trying to shit on the way he talks, but he's not very eloquent. The revelations in the memoir, coupled with many interviews Davis conducted following the book's publication that further implicated his role in the shooting, presumably resulted in Las Vegas police revisiting the case this past summer, including conducting, okay, we know that, the Compton Street Legend. Davis detailed that he claimed transpired before the shooting. Shakur and Knight were in a Las Vegas. Okay, so we know all this shit. Homie couldn't write a whole paragraph. I don't know if he would know what a paragraph is. He's like, is that new kind of weed? But let me tell you about Tupac's murder. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell anybody, but I was there. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay.